towards 9 o'clock here. You can see the disturbance at the surface there. We get asked all the time if they're afraid of the boats, 9 o'clock. And it doesn't appear that way. Sometimes they're very interested in us and sometimes they're not. But most of the time they do kind of hang out in the area and just continue on what they're doing. They are born into a world where there are boats everywhere, so they become very used to having them around. Oh, do you see him? What's he doing here? That's his head at the surface. We're seeing his
Well,
his
9 o'clock,
there's
9
his
o'clock.
feet. What is this guy doing? He's being kind of silly. He's just
Floating.
He's just cruising through with like just his top of his head exposed here.
That's cool.
Watch me.
He's got to go down to reach. He's got to go down there and come up to reach.
Yeah, but oh, all right, that's fine. Wow, this guy's being real silly today, huh? Not a typical behavior. But like I said, you know, they do. Oh, there's a little bit of a spout. I think he's definitely looking at us here, and he's kind of just hanging out there, like 2 feet under the surface. So we don't want to move. We're in neutral right now, right? Because he's relatively close. We'll just wait for him to decide to. Oh, okay. He's facing
there he
us
is.
now.
Yeah.
What you doing, buddy? He's
Buddy.
kind of just drifting with the current a little bit.
Do you see it?
Not at the moment.
Now,
just
obviously,
hoping
this
it-
is not a feeding behavior. This is
Only saw the head, but
this is kind of just a being silly playing behavior. But humpback whales are baleen whales, which means they don't have teeth. They have something called baleen instead. He's looking right at us. He's just sitting there looking at us. So what baleen is are these thin plates that are made out of keratin. So it's the same as your hair and your fingernails, and they can have up to 400 of these baleen plates in their mouth. They all hang down just from the upper jaw, where you would expect teeth to be. And on the inside of every baleen plate are these hair-like fibers that trap things. So what the whales do when they're feeding is they take a big mouthful of water and fish at the same time. All the water gets filtered out, it gets pushed out through those baleen plates, and the fish get trapped inside their mouth and they swallow them. So they'll lunge through schools of fish all day long. Feeding behavior is the most common behavior that we see. They can feed above the surface like that. They can feed
It disappeared?
below the surface.
Where'd
And
the bird go?
humpback whales are well known for other types of unique feeding behaviors like bubble feeding or bubble net feeding.
Yeah.
This mainly occurs on the northern feeding grounds, although sometimes we do get to see some bubbles here. But bubble net feeding is when a group of humpback whales will cooperate and they'll release small bubbles in a spiral
See
shape
anything?
around a school of fish.
Could
And
create
what it
bubbles.
does is
right
it
there.
condenses the fish into a tighter bait ball, and it scares them up towards the surface.